welcome to 1993 and our first programme live from Trafalgar Square. Here's Chris Tarrant with A Carlton New Year.
Happy New Year 1993, a very warm welcome from Carlton TV. I'm a rather cold Chris Tarrant, probably the only person in the country at this moment who's not kissing the person next to them. We've got a great show for you lined up tonight, the next hour and a half of your lives. We've got, as you can probably tell, a fairly quiet, low-key sort of crowd behind us, seeing in 1993. They boarded up one of the fountains again this year to stop anybody trying to drink one. We've got a great atmosphere, we've got a great show. Let's make a start. Here we go with a Carlton New Year. I told you not to talk so loud. I had a link to do that. So here we are, 2 minutes into 1993, a hell of a start really, no whiff of a royal scandal yet. Tony Slattery hasn't been on TV yet, even once. Great lineup tonight. We've got the Chippendales doing whatever it is they do with baby oil. We've got Boney M, we've got Squeeze, we've got hypnotist Paul McKenna, we've got a kung fu comedian, we've got our special guest tonight, Paul McCartney. But first, they are the hottest young band anywhere in the UK at the moment. They are Take That, live in our studio. It's 1993. Here we go. It's a Carlton New Year. Now, of course, the Scots do take Hogmanay much more seriously than us. Down here in London, if we stay up till 4 or 5 in the morning, we think we're pretty wild sort of party animals. Up there in Scotland, Hogmanay goes on till about mid-August. At the earliest. At this very moment in Glasgow, they are following strict religious tradition, and thousands of men and women are going out to be sick in the nearest phone box. And in the Outer Hebrides, they're blowing in the ears of any passing sheep. Our next guest is from Canada, a land famous for David Kidd Jensen, but understandably they all try and keep very quiet about him. Bryan Adams, the Maple Leaf, the Beaver, and this guy, Mr. Marty Putts.
Thanks very much. Cool. Thanks, you guys. Cool, yeah. You know what? I'm here in London on New Year's. This is so exciting. I know, cool. So right now, you guys, I'd like to start off with a quick movie impression for you. My impression of my favorite Alfred Hitchcock movie. It's the coolest. Where do you see this? Check this out. Cool, it was Psycho. You guys, growing up as a little guy, my mom always used to bug me, so I always used to do a few things to get even with her. This is one of my favorites. This is the coolest. Where do you see this? Check this out. This is so cool. Whenever she was ironing, I used to sneak up behind her when she wasn't looking. I'd grab the iron and do this. All right, cool. Or this is the coolest. Where do you see this? Check this out. I used to grab the Hoover and I'd do this. Check this out. Look, I'm tongue-tied. Shut up. All right, cool. Hey, you guys, check this out. How many times have you been late for a date and had to get ready in a matter of moments? No problem with this. This is the coolest. Where do you see this? Simply hold yourself down and grab this baby. My new, right here, cordless, Style-O-Matic. Just simply zap this baby on, start her up. In a matter of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 seconds, you're ready for your date. Thank you. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Hey, and don't you worry, I'm protected. You guys, I have the world's only trained flea circus. That's right. Here it comes. Check this out. The world's only trained flea circus. You're about to see this flea go up this ladder, across the board, and land safely inside the cesspool. But first, some water. Watch. All right, cool. Drum roll, please. Cool. Hey, you guys, thanks. This is cool. When I was growing up as a little guy and I had to pay my way through high school, I used to do odd jobs, and one of them was delivering pizza, but I got fired because I killed somebody. Well, it was accident. Okay, let me show you. This is so cool. Whenever I was delivering the pizza, I used to go up, knock on the door, and when they'd answer, I'd go, "Ma'am, sir, pizza." And when they'd answer, I'd do this. Ah! Anybody into the blues? All right, cool. I've got a little blues tune for you. Do me a favor, put your hands together for me, cats. Yeah, I got a story for you on this New Year's. And it goes something like this. Hit it, boys! I've been walking the road nearly every single night, telling my jokes under these extremely hot lights. When I'm on stage, that's when I feel the heat. I'm starting to drip from my head down to my feet. I got the blues, baby, I'm rolling, soaking skin and broken blues. All right, we're going home. Give me an amen. All my friends dump me. I can't get no date. They say I give new meaning to the word saturate. My only family is the boys in the band. And we got a split, man, cause I think I bust a gland. I got the blues better than Rome, so skin broken blues. I can't take it no more. Good God, I'm out of here. Oh, man. Once again, my name's Barney Butts. God bless. Have a great 1993, and we'll see you again. Thanks very much.
Great. Mr. Marty Putt. Oh, brilliant. Still to come, we've got the Chippendales. Just testing, we've got Paul McCartney. And on the same bill, we've also got Paul McKenna, which is either a massive typing error and is actually one and the same person, or it is Paul McKenna, arguably the greatest hypnotist in the world. Of all the ones seen on British TV since midnight. Yes, it is Paul McKenna.
And welcome to a very entrancing part of the show, because some of our volunteers from the studio audience here are about to be hypnotised, mesmerised, circumstances permitting, of course. Now, during the evening, you're going to hear me say the word sleep rather a bit, but the volunteers will not actually be going to sleep at all. They will still be very aware of what's going on. They'll just feel an overwhelming compulsion to do everything that I say, though. Of course, I will not be getting anybody tonight to do anything that would fundamentally contradict any of their morals or their values. So I've managed to find some volunteers without any morals or values whatsoever to come up here, relax, and go into trance. Now, because we're not in fact allowed to show the full hypnotic induction process on television, earlier this evening I asked for volunteers from our studio audience, and this is what happened. From all the people who wanted to be hypnotised this evening, I filtered it down to 6 people who I thought would make the best subjects. And let me assure you that there is absolutely no chance that anybody can be hypnotised watching this at home. So let's go on a journey, shall we? Back to sleep, 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 sleep. Sitting up straight in your chairs, eyes slightly closed, face the front, because we're all going off for a lovely ride in the wide open country ranges. That's it. Arms stretched out in front of you. Gee up your horsey. That's it. Gee him up. Yes, that's it. Not too fast, because you're John Wayne. You're John Wayne, and you have to catch Jesse James. I'm going to touch you on the shoulder. I want you to tell me what you can do when you catch that boy.
Shoot that man.
Yeah, you're going to shoot that man. Or what you can do when you catch that boy.
I'm going to kill him.
You're going to kill him, Maya. What you can do when you catch that boy. Yeah, you're going to shoot him dead. That's right. Okay, now. Okay, get a tight hold of the reins, because we're no longer riding in the wide open country ranges. Here we are. We're at the races, and any moment now the race will be off. So get a tight hold of your reins, because we're under starters' orders. We're under starters' orders. And you're off. And you're off to Ophelia Lily. That's it, yes, you're galloping away. And you're coming up the first jump, you're coming up the first jump, you're coming up the first jump, you're over the first jump, that's it, yes. And you're coming up the second jump, you're coming up the second jump, you're coming up the second jump, you're over the second jump, that's it. And you're into the final furlong now. Go on, turn around and stick two fingers up to the jockey behind you. That's it, yes, go on. Turn around and stick two fingers up to the jockey behind you. Looks like you're going to be first past the finishing post. It looks like you're going to be in the winner. Yes, it looks like you're going to be first past the finishing post. Congratulations, yes, you're the winner, and you're back to sleep, 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 sleep. Okay. Now it's on to matters extraterrestrial, because a lot of people really believe that they are being watched by more advanced, intelligent life forms. The cast of El Dorado are, certainly. So let's go on a journey to outer space, shall we? When I wake you in the next few moments, you're going to be sitting up straight in your chairs, ready on the launch pad for liftoff, because you will imagine that you are an astronaut in your spaceship. Ready? Eyes open or wide awake. Quickly, make sure you fasten your safety belts. That's it. Make sure you're safely strapped in. Ignition sequence has started. 5, check systems. 4, contact NASA. 3, turn the gas off. 2, put the cat out. 1, we have liftoff. Feel those G-forces. That's it, yes. Fantastic, you're leaving Earth's atmosphere, that's it, yes, that's it, yes, we're leaving Earth's atmosphere, that's it. Yes, and it looks like, yes, you're becoming weightless, quickly. Get out of the spaceship and walk on the moon's surface, you become weightless, that's it, yes, it's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind, and quickly, return to your spaceship, because the moment that I snap my fingers, you're going to believe that you are a Martian from the planet Mars, you'll pull a Martian face, you'll speak in your Martian tongue. Now, that's it, off you go, yes, and I'm going to come along and have a quick chat with you. Good evening, Mr. Martian. Hello there. Isn't it nice here on planet Earth?
No.
Hello there, Mrs. Martian. Hello. Yeah, hello there, Mr. Martian. Are you having a good time this evening? Hello there, Mr. Martian. Are you having a good time this evening, Mrs. Martian? Yeah, I thought you would be. Hello there, Mr. Martian. Yeah, I thought you might say that. Okay, a big round of applause, shall we, ladies and gentlemen? And it's over to you, Chris.
Hold the pen out. Happy New Year!
Happy New Year. Hello. Happy New Year. Surprise. How nice to see you.
First time we've met on that. Listen, what we need basically is one of them to help us with the next item. I just need him to link live into the next top pop group, just because they're there and it seems a shame to waste them. Really.
Of course.
It's Boney M. Which one? Which one's your...
Let's have a quick chat with this man, shall we?
That one? Is this wise?
Yeah, what sort of music do you like? Who's your favourite band?
U2.
U2.
Nirvana.
I'll tell you what, I'll fix this, don't worry. Sleep. When you wake up, your favourite band is going to be Boney M. And as soon as it announces that Boney M are on the programme, you're going to jump in the air and shout and scream with delight. Nod your head if you understand. Eyes open, wide awake. So, Chris, who's the next band in?
Well, it's Boney M.
Yes.
Brilliant. I thought you'd be pleased. It's Boney M.
Yes.
By the rivers of Babylon, there we sat down. There we went, when we remember Zion. By the rivers of Babylon, there we sat down. There we went, when we remember Zion. This wicked carried us away.
Oh, just as I was getting nice and cosy in the studio as well, racing across London now throughout the show to try and catch up with one or two other people who are working in the small hours of the first day of 1993. We have arrived now at the headquarters of London Fire Brigade, and we'll be meeting up with one or two of the men and women from there. Still to come on the Carlton New Year, the Chippendales, and of course our special guest tonight, Paul McCartney. Join us again in a couple of minutes. You would tell me if I was looking silly, wouldn't you? Of course I would.
As with many things in this life, grace and beauty on the surface often belie the activity beneath. The Vauxhall Carlton, engineered for unruffled grace.
It's the way we make you feel that makes people fly British Airways. The world's favourite airline.
If you get a headache, you just don't feel very bright. And if the pain gets worse, it can really get you down. To stop bad pain, try a painkiller with something extra. Soluble Anodin Extra, 40% more pain reliever than many ordinary tablets. New Anodin Extra Soluble. Turns off pain.
New Cadbury's Time Out is a wafer snack with a difference. A layer of Cadbury's Flake chocolate. Now, when you take a break, take a time out.
The president is now stable, Dr. Billy!
Billy takes time out.
If you've got a cough, Vino's is all you need to know.
Welcome back to a Carlton New Year as we go into 1993. We're now at the nerve centre of London Fire Brigade's headquarters. We'll make our way through here with some of the guys who are looking after us through the small hours of the morning. Are actually looking rather quiet. Evening all. Hi chaps. Very quiet, if I may say so.
Indeed we are.
very, very dull, if I may say so. For
no, never say that. We've actually had a few shouts already today.
This time of the year, is it extra busy or?
It tends to be certain types of calls that we attend.
What sort of things do you get over this period?
A lot of car crashes, obviously people drinking. We've had one of those tonight.
Yeah.
People stuck in lifts. They're jolly fun, so and they never go anywhere. And little fires, little rubbish fires. Usual rubbish, as he says.
So, and how long are you until? What time do you crawl off tomorrow morning? Sorry, march briskly away.
9 o'clock in the morning.
9 o'clock, so it's fairly long all night, isn't it?
Unless we get overtime.
Looking back over the years of New Year's Eves, I mean, are there any in particular that you remember as particularly hectic or particularly... that'll be... well, we may never know about the hectic New Year's that they've spent over the... appears to be some sort of emergency. Well, don't just go. Hang on. What don't... Oh. This is getting to be an increasingly silly way to spend a New Year's morning. Those guys have raced on across town now to do something pretty damn heroic. I'm racing back to the studio. Chippendale's in a couple of minutes, but first, your appreciation, please, for Golden Girl, B. Arthur.
Thank you very, very, very much. Wow. Thank you, and a very happy New Year's to all of you. You know, when they said we'd like you to come on a New Year's show, I thought they meant something like the White Heather Club, you know, with lots of crazy Scotsmen jumping up and down in their kilts and tossing their cabers or whatever it is that Scotsmen do when they get excited. And it's such an honor to be here at the birth of a new television station and appearing on the very first show. I mean, imagine, you know, I knew Carlton when he was just the doorman on the Rhoda show. Now he has his own TV company. So there's hope for us all. But I'll tell you, I do have a question. Tell me, what is a twiglet? I found one in my dressing room and asked security to come and kill it. You know what the guard said? Those are your nibbles. I said, I beg your pardon. Well, I tell you, I haven't made any New Year's resolutions this year. I'm leaving that to other people. Oh, Richard Branson's New Year resolution is to be the first man to cross the Atlantic in a condom. I have a feeling Warren Beatty beat him to it. Oh, Macaulay Culkin will go to Italy, where they think Home Alone is about an Italian mortgage. Home Alone. What else? Oh, yes, Cindy Crawford is going to announce that she's giving up modeling in 1993 to become a nun. And if you believe that, I have some Dan Air tickets I can sell you. Home Alone.
Right, our thanks to B. Arthur, who's come especially from America to spend the New Year with us. Kind of much of a life, really, can't you? And, of course, since midnight, we are all now Europeans, which means... It means, of course, that now we can... Yeah, and our lives have changed so much that we can now... OK, ladies, for God's sake, woman. It's the moment you've all been waiting for, with the sound of twanging chest expanders and the unmistakable smell of baby oil in the air and strange sort of slapping noises coming from the wings. It's time for the hugely successful American all-male dancing and singing sensation. Will you please give a dignified welcome to the Chippendale.
making me high. Ooh yeah. You got the power to keep the pressure. I'd like to show you something together. Baby, you got to know I can't be denied. Love, give me your body, give me your soul. Give me what you got, tell me what you know. Give me your body, give me your soul. Give me what you got, tell me what you know. I can see the look in your eyes. It's driving me crazy. Listen to the sound of his eyes. It's making me lose control. All I wanna do is get you closer to me. Give me your body and I'll set you free. Baby, you got to know we can't be denied. Give me your body, give me your soul. Give me your body. Tell me what you know. Give me your soul. Give me what you got. Tell me what you know. Give me your body. Give me your soul. Give me your body. Tell me what you know. Give me your body. Give me your soul. Give me what you got. Tell me what you know. Here we go. Give me your body, give me your soul. Give me what you wanna, baby, tell me what you know. I can make you smile, I can make you scream. I can lick you better than I lick an ice cream. Never too fast, never too slow. Wake me up and I'll be ready to go. Go all night, make it hot, make it naughty. If you're feeling nasty, baby, give me your body.
Meantime, let's retreat into the comparative sanity of a man who combines kung fu and comedy. Ladies and gentlemen, Master Lee.
I, Master Lee, will take this wooden board, smash it against my head, and howl in pain. Here! 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 Yeah! But first, I think I'd like to talk about my childhood. I began as a single sperm inside my father's testicle. Even then, I knew I was different. All the other sperms made fun of me. They never let me play in their sperm games. There were 300 million of them, and one of me. But where are they now? I spent 9 months inside my mother's stomach. It was the longest relationship I ever had with a woman. Then, for no reason at all, she threw me out. As an infant, I was ridiculed. In the nursery, there was a little baby next to me. I waved to him, and he went. My parents were Chinese, but they decided to give me a Western name, something all the kids could remember. Chink. It's funny how it caught on. So I decided to become a martial artist. First, I studied karate through a correspondence course. Every morning, I had to kick the postman. So I became a fighter, a killer, a man without feelings. That's right, I joined the Los Angeles Police Department. I learned many unusual skills. For example, I learned to kill a man using only one finger and a gun. Now, I'll give you a choice. I can break this board on my head for your sick amusement, or I can read you my poem. All right, we'll take a vote. If you want to hear my poem, applaud. All right. If you want me to break the lousy board on my head, applaud. Savages. Well, I'm going to read my poem anyway. It's my show. Now, this poem is for my mother. I call it For My Mother. You laugh, you die. Mother, I'll never forget your loving embrace, the smell of your perfume, the hair on your face. I'll never forget your smiling eyes, or the varicose veins that ran down your thighs. And that's my mother you're laughing at. Mother, I forgive you for all the times you got mad. I forgive you for kicking the crap out of Dad. Not funny, lady. Mother, though the sun rises high in the east, I'm still your son, your baby, your beast. I don't need your pity. You guys like impressions? This will be a treat. My impression of John Wayne. Thank you. My impression of Jimmy Stewart. My impression of Bruce Lee. And finally, before I leave, I'd like to talk about all the Asians in American politics. Thank you. And finally, are you ready to see me break the board? No, it's yes, Master Lee. I said, are you ready to see me break the board? Yes, Master Lee. That's better. Here! 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 I'm Master Lee. Happy New Year's, London. Good night.
Yes, well, he's going to have a bit of a headache, isn't he, in the morning when he wakes up, as indeed, hopefully, am I, and most of this audience. You're not going to be very well, are you, when you wake up and get your first glimpse of daylight in 1993, when you stop being sick, and you find you've still got a head like a bucket of ferrets. What you certainly don't need, what you don't need is a hangover cure written up by an expert. We've been checking these out for the new year. Now, this is a genuine, ancient, traditional hangover remedy. I love it. It says, what you need is a good, lumpy mug full of raw eggs, oysters, Worcester sauce, baby oil, and 3 live slugs. Now, what it doesn't say is whether you're supposed to swallow the 3 live slugs whole or chew them slowly. It doesn't say that, doesn't make that clear. Here for you in the studio is the Inspirational Choir. Hello, welcome back. If you passed out during the break, it's still 1993. Welcome to another burst of a Carlton New Year. We're upstairs now in the London News Network room with Alistair and Fiona, who go on air actually on Monday at tea time, don't you? At 6
That's right. Yes, we do. Brand new programme.
Brand new programme. Brand new tie.
Brand new tie. Brand new waistcoat. Black and white television lives. It's a wonderful waistcoat.
So listen, why aren't you sort of out ligging and things?
News hounds, checking it all out, making sure we know what's going on, making sure the people know what's going on so that they'll do it on Monday so that we've got the programme right.
You mean it's a shambles, basically? You've got 2 days to turn it into the fine-honed...
It is a shambles full of great potential, and watch on Monday, because then it'll be perfect.
6 o'clock on Monday. OK, best of luck, you two, and a Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you too.
Lots of people announcing the New Year's honours. Of course, it's Sir David Frost now. Jimmy Young got a CBE. This gentleman here got an OBE. Roy Castle, congratulations.
How are you doing?
From all of us. Well, I'm doing extraordinarily well, really, for the small hours of 1993.
Did you get anything at all?
No mention so far. No, thanks, Roy. Let's just bring it out. Let's didn't play my trumpet throughout the year. There must have been stages during the last year where you actually thought that you weren't going to make it at all for 93, let alone...
That's right.
As great a start as this.
The first prognosis was no chance. First of all, I wouldn't see my 60th birthday, then I wouldn't see Christmas, and certainly wouldn't see the New Year in, and here we are. Happy New Year to you.
And thank you. You look great. And, of course, Sir Anthony Hopkins now.
You.
Announcement for the New Year. Now, that must have been a bit of a shock to you, really. I mean, you've been a much respected actor for a long time, and suddenly a knighthood?
Yes, my wife told me I got it. She opened the letter while I was away, and she said, "You've been given a knighthood." I said, "What for?" She said, "I don't know." I didn't know what to say. I had to sit down.
And you got the Oscar last year as well.
Yeah. Oscar last year, yeah.
So you're on a bit of a
and I've met this man. I've met him. It's great. He looked terrific.
And what next then? What plans for 93?
I'm doing a film, a couple of films, and
cannibalism.
No, all good parts this time. All the good guys this time. Don't eat anyone this year.
Okay, right. Meanwhile, back downstairs in our heaving studio with our by now heaving audience, it should be time for Squeeze.
I love you as much as I can. I just can't pretend that the problem's not there. We know the boundaries from where we both stand. Our life has been happy without any plan, but now I feel sorrow. This friendship turns still. Our love's still on track, but without a good rail. Without a third rail, without a third rail. The moon has come up, now the sun has gone down. A million or more times since you've been around. Our life still goes on, but it won't be the same. 'Cause when we're together, love only knows pain. With words that are tender, I love you perfect. Can I love you without a third rail? Without a third rail? Without a third rail? White clouds appear like cotton wool. The wind bends trees to bow. As we farewell this love of ours, like some old sacred cow. The shower is heavens above us, and hell is down below. Without a third rail to guide us, we'll have no place to go. There's a lump in my throat, and I choked as I say, our love has reached twilight, let's call it a day. Tomorrow we start out the rest of our lives, but I'll still be there to be right by your side. So don't look around now as you make your trip. Our love's still on track, but without a third rail, without a third rail, without a third rail, without a third rail, without a third rail.
Now the man who was once introduced as this, the comedy king from the old bull ring, it's Mr. Frank Skinner.
Thanks for that. Thanks for that. Whoa, from somebody over there, which is nice. If you think my voice sounds a bit strange, I am Rod Stewart tonight, but I'll carry on. You all right down there? You are Ben Elton, mate, aren't you? You are Ben Elton. And the camera's now gone on you, and they're going, it is Ben Elton. I went to the pictures, right, the other day. Not the sort of multi-screen, you know, posh pictures where you always get the lads sitting at the back, you know, throwing peanuts at people. Because that's, you know, people like friends who look like Ben Elton, they throw peanuts, and it's not fair. You always get, there's a special way of throwing peanuts in a cinema. They always go, yeah. I saw one couple, they were sitting at the front of this cinema, they were in a shower of peanuts. It was terrible. And the girl, she turned to this bloke and she said, Tristram, go and tell those boys at the back. And he said, just leave it, will you? He said, look, do you want a choc ice? Look, have this one. It's terrible, right? Some of you will have guessed by now that I am essentially a children's entertainer. I do kids' parties and stuff. They love me, right? And I don't call myself Frank Skinner when I do the kids' work. I call myself Badum Badum the Clown. It's good, isn't it? And I chose that name because kids make that noise, don't they? Badum Badum. Well, you've obviously never run one over, but they do, right? But one thing, keep going, Frank, you might get away with that. One thing I never give these children alcohol because I think it is wrong to give small children alcohol, right, on top of all that dope. But when they've had a smoke, we laugh, Ben. We laugh. We do. I'm not kidding. This kid, he got up the other day, he stood up there, his paper hat was over here somewhere. He could be in the crowd tonight. He's standing there. He just had his 10th bowl of trifle, because you know when you've had a smoke, you'll eat anything, won't you? People at home now going, yeah, I am a bit hungry, actually. And just finished his 10th bowl of trifle. He stood up, he stopped the whole party, and he tried to tell us that the saxophone solo on the end of Lou Reed's Walk on the Wild Side isn't a saxophone solo at all. In fact, it's Sweep, telling children to worship the devil. Scared the hell out of me, I'm not kidding you. I must say, when I was a kid, we didn't have the parties and entertainment. The one thing that sticks in my memory from being a kid is my dad sneezes, right? My dad used to do these really big sneezes. You know the ones that come with a 2-minute warning when you go... And it's really handy because it gave you a chance to do stuff like put away your stamp collection, you know. Get the food into Tupperware containers, right? Get the small children into Macintoshes, right? And when he did sneeze, didn't put his hand in front of his mouth, just came out in a terrible it was, we used to surf to school sometimes. It was incredible, right? But it wasn't until I went out into the big wide world, right, that I'll just adjust my equipment. No. I went into the big wide world and I met my first ever middle class people, right? And they're nice, I've got nothing against them, right? But the difference between working class and middle class isn't education and accent and money and all that. It's sneezing, right? Because I was talking to this bloke, and he was a nice bloke, and he was saying, oh, forgive me, I have a little bit of it. And I thought, that man's just eaten a chaffinch, hasn't he? He said, I thought he's eaten another one. That can't be right, you know. But the worst sneeze, definitely, is the surprise sneeze. Do you know this one? This is the one that waits until the day you go out of the house, right, without a handkerchief, right? And usually you're in a crowded room, people are usually eating, right? And suddenly the nose starts to go and you say, oh, excuse me, I feel I've split the audience now between the and the oh no, he's got. No, it is a bit embarrassing, but it's always nice when those very polite diners take the trouble to say thank you before they throw up. Look, you have been very nice tonight. I must say, I came on stage tonight with feeling a bit inferior because I went to the toilet just before I came on, and one of the Chippendales was standing next to me at the urinal, and I thought I can't do anything next to this. He's going to think, what? How am I going to get out of this? So I stood there and I just sort of unzipped and said, floor's cold, and seemed to work, in fact. You've been a very nice crowd. Thanks very much. Happy New Year. Good night.
Now, a special service for those of you who won't recover in time, which is most of this audience, to get out and buy a newspaper this year. The 1993 news headlines in advance. Hello. Woody Allen finally leaves his New York apartment to move into his girlfriend's Upper East Side Wendy house. Denies she ever made much money from activities in Norman Lamont's basement flat. Miss Whiplash claims many of her clients were strapped for cash. Talking of which, Frank Boff applies for another new job, but is beaten to the post. Following the success of An Evening with Gary Lineker, the opening night of the new West End show, An Evening with Vinnie Jones, ends in disaster when someone tells the leading man to break a leg. Meanwhile, back at Paul McKenna...
We all forget the odd thing from time to time, but what if we were to forget an odd number, say the number 7? Excuse me, could you go back to sleep and relax? When you wake up, the number 7 is going to be missing from your memory. You can count, say, think all the other numbers, but you will not be able to count, say, think the number 7. See it there on the blackboard, rub it out, it's gone for the purpose of this process. You'll be able to count, say, think all the other numbers except for 7 for the purpose of this process. Nod your head if you understand, eyes open, wide awake. So, good evening, sir. Could I ask you a very simple and straightforward question, which I'm sure you know the answer to? How many fingers have you got?
10.
You've got 10 fingers, yeah? Yep. Could we just count them a moment if you just hold your hands out?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Did you know you had 11 fingers?
No.
Shall we just, I'll tell you what, let's count how many's on this hand, shall we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you've got 5 on that hand. How many have you got on this hand?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So 5 and 5 is?
10.
10. Well, so let's just count them again, shall we?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11.
So, if you've got 11 fingers, how many fingers have you got on each hand?
5.5.
One of the magical things about hypnosis is that it does allow us to slip out of the tightly held, rigid personas that we believe we are all day long and into many other amusing and unusual possibilities. I wonder if you remember what it was like to be 5 years old. Because when I awake you in the next few moments, you're all going to imagine that you're 5 years old, imagining that you are the naughtiest class of school children in the entire world. And you want to be so naughty, naughty, naughty. You want to muck around and play around, misbehave and mess about. I'm your teacher, and you don't like me because I'm very strict. And you're a little bit scared of me. And you don't fight with the other children, you like the other children, but you want to be so naughty, naughty, especially when teachers' backs turn. Ready? Eyes open, wide awake. Wakey, wakey, rise and shine. Teacher's coming. Teacher's coming. Good morning, class. Take your books out. Turn to page 23. Good. Now, I'm just going to write a few things here on the board, and I don't want to see any misbehaviour, mucking around, playing around, Do you want to see any misbehaviour, playing around, mucking around? What? Were you misbehaving there, lad?
No, sir.
No.
Yes, he was.
I don't want any extra advice from you, thank you very much. What were you doing out of your seat?
Nothing. It was him.
Good, it was him, was it? If I catch anyone misbehaving, they will be standing in the corner. Okay? Anyone who is... Were you out of your seat just then?
No.
Yeah, good. Because I'm very suspicious of one of... Were you pulling a face at me there, laddie? Yes, you were. Yes, come here. Come here, you're going to have to stand in the corner. Yes, come here. Come here. Come here. You're going to have to stand in the corner. Come here. You can stand. Sleep. When you wake up, your legs are made of rubber. Your knees are like jelly. You will wobble, but you won't fall over. You're going to go and stand in the corner. Eyes open, wide awake. That's it. Naughty boy, go and wobble off into the corner. That's it, yes. That's it, yes. Off you go, into the corner. That's it. Off you go. Okay, that's it. Now, the rest of you, you've all been so naughty, we are all going to stay behind for the rest of the afternoon. Yes. Only those of you with an excuse will be allowed to go home early. Okay. Who's got an excuse? Put your hand. Yes, what's your excuse?
My nan and granddad are coming to tea.
Your nan and granddad are coming to tea. Who else has got an excuse? Yes, what's your excuse?
I've got a paper round to do.
Paper round. Yes, what's yours?
My budgie died, I've got to go to the funeral.
Right, and yours?
Got to get home because I've got to do washing up.
Right, you can wobble back down now, naughty boy. That's it. Back you go. Quickly. Come along now. Sit back down. quickly. And look at me. Close your eyes. Sleep, 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 sleep. Let's give him a round of applause. Over to you, Chris.
Just think what an awful teacher Paul McKenna would make. We'll catch up with Paul and his little band of headless chickens again in probably about 5 or 8 minutes' time. We're now catching up once again with people who are working through the early hours of 1993, January the 1st. We're live at the St Thomas's Hospital maternity department. Now, we have 4 ladies all in labour at this moment. We were hoping to bring you the first baby born here in 1993. I've got a feeling we may, after the break, have to bring you one that we prepared a little earlier, just before midnight. Join us again in a couple of minutes. Welcome back to Carlton New Year, live from St Thomas's maternity wing. It's now 8 minutes past 1. We still haven't had the first baby here in 1993. We have got one of the late arrivals in 92, little Clementine, who actually was supposed to come on Boxing Day, wasn't she? She was going to be a Christmas baby, yeah. And now she's well, she just missed out on being a New Year baby as well. So what's her name, little love? What's her name?
Clementine Megan.
Clementine Megan.
Yeah.
And how heavy was she at?
£9.3.
£9.3. It's bigger than our turkey was. So, come on, gang, what's happening? Come on, it's 1 past 1. You promised there's 4 ladies out there, aren't there, at the moment?
That's right.
Imminent.
That's right. Can't do anything for you, I'm afraid.
It's hopeless, 10 minutes past 1 o'clock.
Come back tomorrow.
Well, it's too late tomorrow. We finish at 1:30, then we get on with the rest of the world having our New Year celebration. Well, now, I think we should give all the flowers and all the bits and pieces we were going to give to the first arrival in 93 to the last arrival in 92, actually. So we've got 20 minutes left, but it does seem unlikely. So we're really wishing a sort of belated Happy New Year, or an early Happy New Year, really, to little Clementine here. Happy New Year, darling, from Carlton. Back in the studio, more from Paul McKenna.
Most of us at some time or other have fantasized what it would be like to be a pop star. Well, some of our volunteers are about to find out, because one of the great things about my job is that I can make anyone into a pop star, well, except for Danny Minogue. So, listen to me very carefully, because I'm going to ask you to go back to sleep, sleep, and sleep. When I wake you in the next few moments, when you hear this piece of music, you're going to become a living incarnation of Elvis Presley. As soon as this piece of music starts to play, you'll be leaping about the stage, gyrating your hips, performing away for the appreciative audience here this evening. You'll be a living incarnation of Elvis when that piece of music starts to play. When it stops, you'll stop. You'll wonder what on earth you've been doing. Nod your head if you understand. Eyes wide open, wide awake, wakey, wakey, except for you. Sleep, 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 sleep. When you wake up, and I'm talking to you now, sir, when you hear this piece of music, you're going to believe you're Michael Jackson. And yes, you know how Michael Jackson dances, you know all the sort of things that he does. Yes, you'll be doing plenty of that sort of stuff. You will be dancing away because Michael Jackson believes he has an elastic body, and yes, he can dance faster and 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 faster than anybody else. You'll believe you're Michael Jackson when that piece of music starts to play. When it stops, you'll stop. You'll wonder what on earth you've been doing. Eyes open, wide awake, wakey, wakey, rise and shine. Now, I'm actually at that part of the show where I'm going to have to ask somebody for a little bit of help here. Could I just ask you, because you look like a very helpful kind of guy, I wonder if you would give me a hand in actually cleaning up the stage, because I've actually hypnotised some of the people here this evening. Yeah, I know. And one of them's going to get up and do something in a moment, you see. No, I'm not going to tell you, Okay, just hold the mop and give the stage a bit of a clean, and I'll be back with you in a sec, okay? What were you doing, sir? What exactly were you doing?
Sweeping the floor.
You were sweeping the floor, were you? Could I just have that then? So that is in fact then a... yeah, a mop, yeah. Sleep, because when you wake up, this is going to be Miss Mop, the world's most beautiful woman. And you are going to want to get to know her very intimately indeed. She is going to seem like the most beautiful, gorgeous, most attractive woman in the world to you when I awake you in the next few moments. Eyes open, wide awake, can I introduce you to Miss Mop? Just seat her back down and take care of her, because I'll be over to have a word with you in just a moment. She has got lovely hair, hasn't she?
Nice legs as well.
And a nice sort of slender body, hasn't she? Yeah. He seems to be getting very involved over here. How's it going? Are you, she's a cracker, is she? You going back to her place later?
You bet.
Yeah, I thought so. What do you reckon?
Oh, he's gone. He's flipped.
He's got it. You wouldn't do anything like that, would you?
No.
No. Let's just see how Romeo's doing over here, shall we? How's it going? Yeah, can I just borrow her for a moment? No, I must just borrow her. Sleep. When you wake up, you'll do as you're bloody told. Eyes open, wide awake. Can I just borrow her for a moment? What? Yeah, of course. Thanks very much. Right, because we need to get on. There's plenty to do. Now, I'm actually going to make sure that all of the hypnotic suggestions are removed from our volunteers and that they are completely back to normal. Ladies and gentlemen, the stars of tonight's show. Let's give them a big round of applause, shall we? And it's over to you, Chris.
So we're continuing this ridiculous race through the streets in these small hours of 1993. We're in a club now, not far away from where we were a few minutes ago, somewhere in London. Now, there's a guy here working tonight with an invited audience, somebody you wouldn't honestly expect to be working in the small hours of New Year's Day. Somebody, I would have thought, basically had better things to do. It's probably some sort of cash flow crisis, some sort of VAT bill comes through unexpectedly. He is actually probably the best-known entertainer in the whole wide world. Up there on stage, it's Paul McCartney!
I will always be hoping you will always be holding my heart in your hand. I will understand. I will understand someday, one day, you will understand. Always from now until then. When it will be right, I don't know. What it will be like, I don't know. We live in hope of deliverance from the darkness that surrounds us. From the darkness that surrounds us. Hey. And I wouldn't mind knowing that you wouldn't mind going along with my plan. When it will be right, I don't know what it will be like. I don't know. We live in hope of deliverance from the darkness that surrounds us. Hope of deliverance. Hope of deliverance. Hope of deliverance from the darkness that surrounds us.
Today, what a night, eh, Paul? Oh,
Hey, brilliant, Dave.
oh, the start of a new year, eh?
Oh, isn't it marvellous, eh, Chris?
Strong smell of drink. I think it's probably me, actually. So, you're actually going on tour again?
Yeah, actually going on tour again. Well, you know, yeah. We're mad, impetuous fools, but we don't care, yes? We're going out. Australia and America and Europe.
Is there another point at which you think, I really, would like to just stay quietly at home with Linda and watch telly and stuff, or do you still love it, basically?
Well, there is a point, actually. That's it.
Well, no,
This is it, Terence.
Oh, well, I'll just,
That's it.
Can't buy me love. No, perhaps not.
No, just kidding, really.
Listen, from all of us, it's been brilliant. Do you want another one? Yeah! Happy New Year, Mr. Paul McCartney!
Happy New Year!
Until I find a way, I will say the only words I know that you'll understand. Michelle, my belle, sans les mots qui vont très bien ensemble, très bien ensemble. I need to make you see what you mean to me. And until I do, I'm hoping you will know what I mean. I love you. I'll get to you somehow, but until I do, I'm telling you, so you know what I mean. Michelle, my belle, sans les mots qui vont très bien ensemble, très bien ensemble. I will say the only words I know that you understand, my Michelle. Yes, I will say the only words I know that you'll understand, my Michelle.
Next song off that new album.
There was a girl who loved a biker. She used to follow him across America, but the biker didn't like her. She didn't care, she still persisted. The old brother said she was twisted, and the family said they wouldn't miss her anyway. She loved her biker like an icon, gazing at his picture every day. She loved her biker like an icon, waiting where she would drift away. She did her best to fix a meeting. She pulled it off all night in Hollywood. When he met her,
about it for your first 90 minutes of Carlton TV. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks to all our guests. It's much cooler up here on the roof. Thanks very much to the inspirational choir. Wasn't that conductor incredible? Thanks to Paul McKenna. I hope all his little protégés are all okay by now. He's got them out of the trance. Thanks to people like Squeeze. Thanks to Boney M. Thanks to Master Lee. And thanks, of course, to little Clementine, the last baby to arrive at St Thomas's just before the stroke of midnight. We hoped for a 93 arrival. We didn't get one. Little Clementine was very much the star of the show, although I suspect she won't know it. Lots of love from us for the future to Clementine. And, of course, thanks very much to our special guest, Paul McCartney. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a happy New Year. Have a great 1993. Ta-da.
The family tried so hard to find her. They showed a picture across America, but no trace of her sweet face was ever found. She loved her like an icon, gazing at his picture every day. She loved her like an icon, slowly watching precious water drip away. She loved her like an icon, slowly watching precious water drip away. Yeah, she loved her like an icon, slowly watching precious water drip away. Yeah. She loved her like an icon.
This January on Carlton, join some familiar favourites and some new faces.
I'm not staying here a minute longer than I have to.
Programmes that provoke. And programmes that entertain.
I don't want my windscreen cleaned. I feel totally intimidated now.
To me, limo equals glamour.
From limos to a day in the life of London. And a day in the life of those boys in blue.
I'd like a word. Yeah?
Did you manage to see Terry over Christmas?
Aye, I did. Wish I had.
A wealth of entertainment from all corners of the world.
That's Wish You Were Here on ITV.
Mr. Daly, I believe you're trying to bribe me.
Does it work?
No.
How dare you suggest such a thing?
Sorry to alarm you, Watson.
Ethnic cleansing is Arcan's specialty.
A bright new look to January on Carlton Television for London.